I don't know if I'm doing these videos for me personally or if I'm doing for somebody else. I don't really know at the moment. They're not professional by any means, but I'm going to go through weekly charts now, just to get an idea of how accurate the patterns are and what they're telling us. Because I'm just looking at one now. This is a weekly. And look at that. So to be honest, last week wasn't profitable. I'm not up. Doesn't mean I've done anything wrong. Might just be a bad week. But certainly I can't rely like that. So just have a look at that. Look at that. That is obviously it's weekly. So but that is quite a lot of pips. Obviously that's July, and that is somewhere in the beginning of the hang on, so that's 2018. There was this here, it's come down, and then ever since like August it's going up there. So I just wanted to see if there's any recent patterns like this that we should be aware of when we're doing our trading on the more of a longer term plan. So here it goes. Some of them are obviously not going to be as big as the one we've just seen. Interesting. In fact, what I should do is just save as it's not that, is it? It's profiles. Just so I can save them and leave them there. So yeah, these trades are not too clever this week. I've been experimenting with different things. I wouldn't say I'm like totally brassy, but it ain't like amazing. So but anyway, no problem. So the weekly, we're gonna go in, and this one here. Would have liked to get in a bit earlier, but that's alright. Go to GBP, JPY, and we'll go to weekly here. Not anything seen. So there could be something forming there. So that's saying little channel, is it? Okay. Alright. Oh. Zoom out a bit. Maybe on the weekly it does take a little while. See, the profit that would have hit that down there some point. But even on the daily trades, it will give us, obviously, it can give us some idea when there's a move down. Obviously, it's a longer term trend, isn't it? So we'd have to factor that in. But I think this helps us have a look now. Wait for that to. No, that one ain't bad. So I guess what we're talking about here, I mean, all this one, the take profits are only up here, but it's a shame if it was up here, it'd be better. Because then, but although there's been a pull down there, that potentially is still going to go up now. To take this point here, so if we were to like put a red line, let's change the colour, make it something different. Let's make it purple for now. Right. And then let's go down into like 15 minutes. Right. That's pulled down. Not seeing that mark yet. Let's go 1 minute first. Have a quick look at what's happening here. Alright, so that's come all the way down here. Sort of came back up to the mid-range. It's bounced off this line here. Hasn't gone all the way down to here. See what these charts are telling us. This one missed, isn't it? Did it? So it's on the higher time frames that we're seeing these bearish patterns, because obviously it's hit here. However, so we're up there. So let me just mark that up. So I think that's telling us that there's a bias to go long on this trade, and we can see that moving up there. Not quite got there, but I think there definitely is gonna be. See, there's potential then to move that up then, up to the top parts of these. So maybe not all the way up there, but this is likely. Look, this is what I'm thinking. Oh, that purple line's moving with us. So that couldn't be the purple line that we originally done then, is it? It's a bit weird. But what we're doing at the moment is looking at the weekly bias on it. Now this one here, we were looking going down before, but we weren't really seeing the market properly. We didn't fully have it sussed. So on the weekly there is this only a ball up to here. But potentially up here we are seeing some sort of move. Now if we zoom out, that has come from up here all the way down, pulled down, and it's way up. I mean, is it more likely to do something like this? Come down to there and then go up. It's one to think about. Okay, we can take that out. Alright, I'm going to go to the next one. Weekly. So there was a take profit up here somewhere. It didn't go quickly. There was potential reversal zone here. It didn't reverse. It's slowly going up. So I'm thinking going long ain't a bad proposition on that. Although you probably want to wait for that bit there to go down, and then on the counter trend, that's the way you want to trade that. It's like a very small pattern for weekly. But in saying that, it's come down, touched that. So the question is, do we have faith in it? In that pattern. So it didn't enter the trade for some reason, but it's been dropping down. There's a little bit of movement there. And we do that and then we lose, so not sure why. It's all out there, isn't it? So I mean that's quite a bold one, but no, I think we are in the trade. Or yeah, we're in a CH. So I think yeah, we did buy into it actually. So we don't know when that's going to turn, but the longer term trend on the weekly is up. That wants to go up a little bit. If you've got beyond there, so that was the bearish symbol, but really we've broke most of that anyway, so that wouldn't be too bad to come back up. Makes more sense to come back up this way, if you ask me. And again, it looks more likely to go up from coming. It's gone down, it's going to go back up. Okay, that one is the one that contradicts it on the 1 hour, but they're not always right. And then on the daily, it should go up. There's a couple of candles here trying to push up. I need to learn really how to read properly. But for the sort of direction, I'd say that's quite favourable. Obviously within these movements there'll be quite a lot of up and down, but did we see any candle patterns on here? Not really seeing the patterns there. Delayed reaction there. So yeah, anyway, let's continue on with that approach weekly. I've got to admit, the weekly patterns do seem to be quite reliable. I'm not seeing too many where I've seen failed patterns. So we go in the direction of the overall trend, it should be safer. Nice. So I think this is it. I think this is, you want to be getting the alerts as they happen for the weekly, really. That would make more sense. Because there is the evidence. Now, okay, right, bang, bang. But maybe you have to have lots of little trades taking ages. But then that would cost you money, wouldn't it? Well, I'd have to look into that. But at least it tells you where it's ultimately going. And you'd get less signals, but they'd be more meaningful. So if you're wondering why I'm touching myself, it's because I'm tired. I do that when I'm not driving and stuff to try and keep myself awake. So look, these signals, we get them there in their weekly charts. we've got enough time to get him back in there. But so far, I don't think I've come across a lost one. So it'd have to be used in our trading strategy. Yeah, so we need, there's still a little bit of that. Come down, it's gone back up. See, I'd be looking now, is it bouncing off that line, which it looks like it might be. So maybe it's coming back down for another touch. Yeah, I mean this was quite long. But yeah, I'd be saying, look, keep an eye on this. Go on that downtrend. See how far it pushes down. Because that was higher than that, so I think that's still an active pattern there. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Again, this one's been alright. I think that's the trick, isn't it? Right, so that one again could be moving up long term up to there. Waiting for that pattern to form. Yeah, that's quite nice. There's some line there. That ain't too bad, that one. I've got proper pains. Stomach. See, that already hit down there and went straight back up. But it's the moment it hits you want to get the alert, right? And you jump back in when it's moving up. That's why it's important. To monitor that weekly. Dush, that's when you want your phone going off. But we also want to build that into a strategy of a previous time. See, that's gone down to 20, dig up to 30. I think that was my little one just falling out of bed and moaning. I'll have to go and speak to her. So that's down at 14. I'm just going to quickly jump back to this CHF JPY, see what's going on. Nice. So we're getting there. That's on the weekly. Moving up as we want. Yeah, it can still go down, but don't know where our stop is. It looks a bit tight from that, but that's weekly. If we get on the right side of that, that's quite a good trade. Is that right? So each one is, so 52 candles is like a year, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah, it's like a whole year thing there, I think. But yeah, that's quite useful. Obviously it's not exact science, but it's a good strategy, like really good strategy. And yeah, I think what I'm going to do as well is look into zoom right out, is like seeing this sort of stuff, right? And then you see this pattern here where it's hit down there, like setting a buy order sort of somewhere weird down there, because it does dip down. I've seen it. We can probably like use those moves to our advantageous. Look at that, -7 quid. That's quite good. I'm quite happy about that. So maybe this is quite a lucrative, shrewd way of doing it. Don't know yet, but as I said before, if there's a way, we're going to find out. We're going to crack it. Obviously up there is better moves than down there, but still potential. And we've got these alerts getting set up right now. Alright, so it's not the most interesting commentary, but you're getting the idea of what I'm up to here. See, here would be a prime example of where you identify this previous movement, yeah, and you just have a buy here somewhere on that lot. So if it comes down here and one day it goes like that, yeah, you're already in profit before you before you blinked. That's like that's how the pros must do it, man. So you're just leaving those little hooks there for when those days come. And that is how I am seeing we're supposed to do this Forex market. Then that way, who cares? We just go off, do our thing. As long as there's enough bunts in there to buy it when it bites, you're guaranteed to be rich on that way. You get alerts like that to say that you've just bought. Lovely. That'd be the way you want to do it, man. Because it might be like with things like this, everyone wants to go like long, and the rich boys go, no, I don't think so. Poof, there you go, just take you all out. But then if you're clever, you're waiting at the bottom, and you're going to go, cheers mate, fill me up. Yeah? That's the shrewd man's way to do the Forex, I think. So they all like, smart money stitches everyone up, and you just come in at the end to say thank you and grab something back in return. Here, look, boom, little move, and next thing you know, you're up here somewhere. That's what I'm saying, these little licks. Now that is not happening every week, every month, but they happen enough times to be able to make us rich, I'm sure. Interesting. Undecided, probably can go back down. But you see, even that pin bar there, you could have just gone, that's just that. Come back for that one. See, this is a prime example of putting a little hook, a buy order here somewhere, and you go tush, tush, like that. It's this kind of thing. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause it for 1 second. Yeah, so what I've quickly done is just set up a new account just to start from scratch the way I mean to go on. So what I wanted to do on this quickly was go to here, but the buy would be a buy limit order, and what I wanted to do is take it all the way back down to like there, believe it or not, and have a buy order there. So let's do it this way, look. If we do the based on one lot size, stop loss, that's 5 grand. So what do, we'll pull down the buy, but we need to be very careful. Zoom right out. This would come here. It would sort of be down here somewhere. You would have your £500 just sitting there, like, mind you, if you could roll it back, let's go to auto scroll, no, just back for a minute, and then we should be able to then zoom into it. Right, so is it this one here that we're looking at? Zoom right into it. Okay, right. So there we go. So just touching that one. Got these. There's a line there. Okay. It's not this one because this one all the way up, so it'd be more likely to be there. We'll do that, right? So minus 400, yeah. But what we're going to be doing on this would be if this ever drop down there somewhere, we come back and it's a buy limit. No, that didn't get made. I don't know why. Let's add it in. Right, so that's it. Market's probably closed, that's why. Yeah, they look to be quite dead at the moment. But anyway, that's what I would do with these things, and I think over the course of a year you would see some pretty good trades. Is what I'm thinking. So yeah, anyway, the weekly's all set up there. I am going to come back to that kind of concept, and we'll do it again when we've got some more time. And until then, I'll see you soon. But if I work out, based on these previous downs and ups, that the probability is a lot higher, I could probably do some calculations on how much money I could expect to receive within a year. That'd be quite interesting. I'll do that in another video. So, alright, see you later, yeah? Take care.